knowingly lie when you said you had actually seen anti-gravity propulsion in operation? No.
I mean, it's to be on that cutting edge of technology is so alluring to me.
Bob Lazar's tale reads like a page ripped from a science fiction novel, yet it's a narrative he's presented as his own real-life experience, captivating those intrigued by the mysteries of ufology for years. Imagine a young scientist, previously working on a classified particle accelerator project at Los Alamos National Laboratory, catching the eye of military contractors. This isn't the plot of a movie. It's how Lazar describes the beginning of his journey into the depths of one of the most secretive projects related to extraterrestrial technology.
I did get a chance to look inside the craft on only one occasion, and this was important because where the reactor sat might have been critical to how it operated.
Lazar claims he was whisked away to work at a site known as S4, a place so shrouded in mystery it could easily be mistaken for a mirage in the Nevada desert, just a stone's throw from the infamous Area 51.
You used to work at Area 51.
Well, we want to be accurate.
Okay.
Area S4.
S4, okay.
It's about 15 miles south of Area 51.
According to him, S4 was ingeniously camouflaged against the desert backdrop, designed to be invisible to the untrained eye and to keep prying eyes at bay. The security at S4, as Lazar recounts, was nothing short of what you'd expect for a facility rumored to house the secrets of the universe. Armed guards, surveillance cameras at every turn, and an advanced security system that could read the very bones in your hand. It was clear that whatever was being hidden here was of paramount importance. Lazar paints a picture of a work environment governed by the principle of need to know, where information was doled out sparingly, ensuring that the secrets of S4 remained just that, secrets.
Did you ask any questions about
No,
that?
there's no asking questions.
There's no asking questions.
No.
At the heart of Lazar's extraordinary claims are his alleged encounters with 9 different extraterrestrial spacecraft, each with its own unique design and capabilities. Among these, the Sport model stands out, a disc-shaped craft that seems to leap from the pages of a 1950s sci-fi magazine.
There were 3 seats. They sat around, the reactor was in the dead center of it, and then equidistant around there were 3 seats. And that's all.
He describes being part of a team tasked with reverse engineering the propulsion systems of these crafts, systems that defied all known laws of physics.
Look, everyone doesn't necessarily start at a steam engine and go to an internal combustion engine and then, electric power, nuclear power, and go up the ladder that we come on.
Central to these propulsion systems, Lazar claims, was element 115, a substance not even recognized by science at the time of his disclosures, but later added to the periodic table as moscovium. This element, according to Lazar, was the key to unlocking anti-gravity propulsion, allowing these crafts to perform maneuvers that would be impossible for any human-made machine. Lazar provides vivid descriptions of the craft's interiors, specifically the Sport model, which was equipped with a central reactor and 3 gravity amplifiers. These components, he says, could manipulate gravitational waves, allowing the craft to bend space-time and travel at unimaginable speeds. It's a concept that, if true, would revolutionize our understanding of travel and propulsion. In 1989, Lazar decided to bring his story to the public, sharing his experiences in interviews that would ignite a firestorm of debate and speculation. His claims were met with skepticism, as many questioned the veracity of his education, employment background, and the feasibility of the technologies he described. In 1989, Bob Lazar did something that would forever change the landscape of ufology and how the world views the secretive military base known as Area 51.
How would you describe it?
I guess within the Area 51 compound, you can call that a subset of Area 51.
With a mixture of concern and a sense of duty, Lazar stepped into the spotlight on Las Vegas television, guided by investigative reporter George Knapp. He wasn't seeking fame. Instead, he was driven by a belief that the public had the right to know about the advanced technology he claimed was being concealed by the government. His revelations opened a Pandora's box, challenging us to question the boundaries of our knowledge and what mysteries the government might be keeping from us. However, Lazar's extraordinary tales were met with a healthy dose of skepticism. Critics were quick to point out the inconsistencies in his narrative, the apparent absence of evidence to back his claims, and the puzzling gaps in his academic and professional history. These controversies have swirled around Lazar, casting shadows of doubt on his credibility.
Again, I forgot where the hell I am.
Yet, despite the skepticism, Lazar's story has ignited a global conversation, thrusting Area 51 from the shadows of obscurity into the glaring light of public curiosity. Lazar's impact on the cultural zeitgeist cannot be understated. His allegations have fueled the imagination of millions, leading to an explosion of documentaries, books, and heated debates. Area 51, once just another top-secret military site, is now synonymous with alien technology and cover-ups, thanks in no small part to Lazar. His claims have kept the conversation about UFOs and the potential for alien contact alive, engaging a new generation of seekers and skeptics alike. The debate over Lazar's credibility continues to rage, with opinions sharply divided. Yet, regardless of where one stands on the issue, it's clear that his narrative has significantly shaped the discourse on extraterrestrial technology and government transparency. Bob Lazar's tales of his time working on alien spacecraft give us a peek into what sounds like the set of a sci-fi movie, especially when he talks about the sport model UFO. Picture this: a sleek, disc-shaped craft that seems to have leaped right out of the pages of a UFO conspiracy theory into reality. Lazar says this design isn't just for show, it's about aerodynamic efficiency. Imagine a vehicle that glides through space, air, and maybe even water with the greatest of ease, its disc shape cutting down on resistance and allowing it to zip in any direction it pleases. It's the ultimate in alien engineering, blending the iconic look we've all come to associate with flying saucers with practical design features that make interstellar travel a breeze. But let's get down to specifics. According to Lazar, the sport model isn't some behemoth mothership.
What is the roughly the size of this thing?
We came up with 52 feet in diameter.
This compact size hints at a craft designed for nimbleness, perhaps used for quick trips across the cosmos rather than carrying loads of extraterrestrial passengers. And it's not just any old material making up the exterior of this UFO.
There are no, first of all, everything is one color. It's like a dark pewter color, and there are no right angles anywhere.
Lazar describes it as a smooth metallic surface, suggesting it's built to survive the harsh conditions of space travel. From withstanding the bombardment of cosmic radiation to shrugging off the impact of micrometeorites, this material, whatever it is, sounds like it's pretty tough stuff. Lazar even hints that it might be some kind of unknown alloy or advanced metamaterial, specially chosen for its propulsion and stealth capabilities. Diving into Bob Lazar's account of the sport model UFO, he paints a picture of an alien craft that's as intriguing on the inside as it is on the outside. According to Lazar, this isn't just a flying disc, it's a marvel of extraterrestrial architecture cleverly divided into 3 levels, each with a distinct purpose. It's like the designers, whoever or whatever they might be, took a page out of human engineering books but then added a twist that's out of this world. Starting at the bottom, the lower level of the craft is where all the magic happens, so to speak. Here lies the heart of the UFO's propulsion system, equipped with 3 gravity amplifiers and their waveguides. These aren't your average engine parts. They're the components that supposedly allow the craft to bend gravity to its will, making it possible to zip across the cosmos with ease. The strategic placement of these amplifiers at the craft's base is a thoughtful touch, ensuring stability and a smooth distribution of gravitational energy. Moving up to the middle deck, we find the crew's quarters. Given the UFO's overall dimensions, space here is at a premium, designed for occupants a bit smaller than your average human. This level likely packs in the essentials for life support and day-to-day operations, although Lazar leaves us guessing on the specifics of how these systems cater to the needs of its non-human users. It's a compact, efficient layout that makes you wonder about the daily lives of its extraterrestrial crew. At the top, the craft features a control hub that sounds like something straight out of a science fiction saga. The navigation and control systems here are said to be unlike anything we're familiar with, possibly incorporating holographic displays or even direct neural connections for piloting the craft. It suggests a level of technology and user interface design that humanity can only dream of, tailored for beings with physical traits quite different from our own. Lazar also notes an astonishing detail about the UFO's construction. There are no visible seams, rivets, or any signs of how it was put together. It's as if the entire craft was manufactured in one piece, hinting at a process that could involve molecular-level precision or materials that self-assemble. The overall design, with its disc shape and thoughtful distribution of internal systems, speaks to a philosophy where adaptability and efficiency are paramount, ensuring the craft can handle whatever the universe throws its way. Central to his eye-opening claims is the propulsion system of these alien crafts, powered by something straight out of a sci-fi novel, Element 115, or Moscovium, as it's known today. Back when Lazar first shared his experiences, Moscovium was a mere hypothesis, absent from the periodic table and unfathomable to mainstream science. Yet, according to him, this element was the key to unlocking gravity-defying travel across the cosmos. Lazar's description of using element 115 sounds like alchemy of the future. He talks about a stable isotope of this element, undiscovered and unproduced on Earth, that could harness immense energy through an antimatter reaction. We're talking about converting tiny amounts of material into vast amounts of power, enough to fuel the craft's journey through the stars. This process, according to Lazar, could generate gravitational fields, propelling the spacecraft in ways that defy our current understanding of physics. But how exactly does this craft move? Enter the gravity amplifiers. Lazar describes these as the linchpins of the spacecraft's navigation, capable of bending gravity to the craft's will. With 3 of these amplifiers on board, the craft could maneuver with unparalleled agility, hovering, taking off vertically, and gliding in any direction as if the laws of motion were mere suggestions. This isn't just about speeding through space, it's about reshaping the fabric of reality to move from point A to point B. The implications of such technology are staggering, offering a glimpse into a mode of travel that could take us to the stars and beyond without breaking a sweat. Lazar's accounts, whether you choose to believe them or not, ignite the imagination and challenge us to consider the possibilities that might lie just beyond the edge of our current scientific understanding.
Did you ask any questions about that?
No, there's no asking questions.
There's no asking questions.
No. There has to be some people
Right.
that know everything. I think a lot of that is private industry, because the government is just so leaky.
Bob Lazar has been a fascinating figure in the realm of ufology and conspiracy theories for decades, captivating the public with his claims of working on alien technology at a secret site near Area 51.
You used to work at Area 51.
Well, you know, we want to be
Careful.
accurate.
Okay.
Area S4.
Lazar's narrative is particularly intriguing due to his assertion of holding degrees in physics and electronic technology from the prestigious Massachusetts Institute of Technology and the California Institute of Technology, also known as Caltech. These academic credentials are crucial to his story, as they would, in theory, make him more than qualified to work on the advanced projects he described. However, Lazar's educational claims have been met with skepticism, as no records of his attendance or graduation from these institutions have been found.
Again, I forgot where the hell I am.
This lack of evidence, including the absence of any corroborating accounts from classmates or professors, has led many to question the authenticity of his educational background. Further scrutiny of Lazar's academic history suggests he might have pursued education at a junior college or taken electronics courses elsewhere. While commendable, these alternative educational paths would not typically qualify someone for the types of roles Lazar claims to have held, particularly those involving reverse engineering extraterrestrial technology. Lazar's most famous claim centers around his alleged employment at S4, a supposed secretive site near Area 51. He describes S4 as a facility embedded in a mountainside containing extraterrestrial spacecrafts. According to Lazar, his work focused on understanding and replicating the craft's advanced propulsion technologies, which he claims were powered by element 115, also known as Moscovium, a then unknown element. Despite the detailed nature of Lazar's descriptions, the US government and military have consistently denied the existence of a facility like S4 and any employment of Lazar in projects involving extraterrestrial technology. The lack of verifiable evidence supporting Lazar's employment or the existence of the technologies he describes has been a significant obstacle in validating his claims. The skepticism surrounding Lazar's narrative is compounded by the absence of evidence confirming his educational background. Without concrete proof, Lazar's extraordinary assertions remain a subject of debate, leaving his credibility in question among critics and supporters alike. In the enigmatic world of Bob Lazar and his allegations about Area 51, there's a detail that continues to intrigue both skeptics and believers. Lazar's description of a unique hand scanner used for security at the S4 facility. This isn't your ordinary biometric device that we're accustomed to today, such as fingerprint or retina scanners. According to Lazar, this scanner was far more sophisticated, focusing on the bones within the hand through a series of light emissions. It's a compelling aspect of his story, especially considering the emergence of photographic evidence years later that corroborated the existence of similar technology used in classified environments. Now, in order to gain entrance to the facility, Bob Lazar depicted this security device as utilizing pins of light to measure the bone length and other unique characteristics beneath the skin of the hand. This method of identification is intriguing because it leverages the distinctiveness of an individual's hand bone structure, which, much like fingerprints, offers a highly unique identifier. The scanner operated by emitting narrow beams of light onto the hand, with these beams penetrating the skin to interact differently with the bones beneath. This interaction allowed the device to map the hand's bone structure, creating a detailed biometric profile based on bone lengths and spatial relationships. The critical piece of evidence supporting Lazar's claim came to light when photographs and documents of a device known as the Identimat surfaced. This device, used in sensitive locations including government and military facilities, functioned in a remarkably similar manner to Lazar's descriptions. It measured hand characteristics using light beams, focusing on the bone structure for identification purposes. The Identimat's emergence, a technology developed in the 1970s and deployed in high-security areas, provided a tangible piece of evidence that Lazar might have been familiar with the security measures of highly classified environments. The discovery of the Identimat technology was a pivotal moment for those following Lazar's story. It suggested that Lazar had detailed knowledge of the security practices within government facilities, which for some added a layer of credibility to his other claims. This point is particularly interesting when considering the broader context of Lazar's narrative and the skepticism surrounding his educational and employment history. The hand scanner's description and the subsequent validation through the Identimat's discovery showcase how specific details in Lazar's story have found support, reigniting debates about the veracity of his claims regarding Area 51 and his work on extraterrestrial technology. Among the many fascinating claims Bob Lazar has made regarding his alleged work on extraterrestrial technology near Area 51, one of the lesser-known, yet thought-provoking assertions involves the origins of religion. According to Lazar, during his tenure at the S4 site, he was privy to briefing documents that offered an unconventional perspective on human history, particularly concerning how early human religious beliefs might have been shaped by extraterrestrial encounters. Lazar's claim dives into the possibility that extraterrestrial beings interacted with early humans who might have perceived these advanced visitors as divine or supernatural entities. This, he suggests, influenced the nascent stages of religious development, embedding the presence and actions of these beings into the very foundation of emerging religious practices and mythologies. The documents purportedly provided a reinterpretation of historical religious events, hinting that accounts deemed divine or miraculous in ancient texts could, in fact, be descriptions of encounters with advanced extraterrestrial technology and beings. The profound implication here is that many foundational religious doctrines might stem from humanity's misinterpretations of these extraterrestrial interactions. However, as with many of Lazar's claims, this intriguing narrative has been met with considerable skepticism. Critics argue that the absence of physical evidence and the inability to independently verify the existence of such documents significantly undermines the credibility of these assertions. Additionally, the notion that the rich tapestry of Earth's diverse religious traditions could all trace back to a single extraterrestrial origin is seen by many scholars and theologians as an oversimplification of the complex and multifaceted history of religious evolution. This claim about extraterrestrial influence on the origins of religion adds yet another layer to the already complex and controversial story of Bob Lazar. If Bob Lazar is right about all of this, does this mean aliens have been in contact with Earth for thousands of years? Bob Lazar's story takes a deep dive into the realm of science fiction with his claims about UFO technology and Element 115. According to Lazar, the secret S4 facility near Area 51 housed extraterrestrial spacecraft powered by technology that was not just beyond human capabilities at the time, but also seemed to challenge the very laws of physics as we understand them. At the heart of these spacecraft was Element 115, an element that, according to Lazar, was the key to unlocking their mind-boggling capabilities. Before it was officially recognized and named Moscovium in 2003, Element 115, as Lazar described it, possessed properties that differed significantly from the scientific community's understanding. He claimed this element could produce a gravitational field when bombarded with protons, leading to a reaction that could generate an anti-gravity field around the craft. This description paints a picture of a clean and highly efficient energy source, capable of propelling the spacecraft across vast distances by bending space-time. The propulsion mechanism, as Lazar detailed, revolved around anti-gravity technology, allowing the crafts to manipulate space-time around them. This technology purportedly reduced the craft's mass to nearly zero, enabling instantaneous travel across space. Lazar's explanation of gravity wave amplification as the method by which these UFOs operated suggests a technology capable of pulling the craft forward by generating a wave ahead of it, thus falling towards its destination at incredible speeds. Lazar also described the interior layout of these crafts, which was fundamentally designed to support this advanced propulsion system. The control systems were integrated with the gravitational drive, facilitating what one can only imagine as seamless navigation and operation. The theoretical capabilities for travel that Lazar outlined are nothing short of revolutionary, suggesting that interstellar journeys could be undertaken in fractions of the time required by traditional propulsion methods, essentially making the vastness of space navigable within human lifetimes. The narrative Bob Lazar presents is a compelling blend of mystery and technological marvel, offering a glimpse into what could be if his accounts hold any truth. The stories of Element 115 and the propulsion technologies of UFOs as described by Lazar continue to fuel discussions and debates on the possibilities of space travel and the existence of extraterrestrial technology on Earth.
This stuff is landing or crashing around the world, and unexpected countries have had this happen. Like, what the hell just crashed in northern Italy? That is not ours, but let's look at it together.
Imagine a world where the government possesses alien spaceships and even bodies from beyond the stars. That's the wild claim made by David Grusch, a former intelligence officer with a serious resume. He served in the Air Force, worked for the National Geospatial Intelligence Agency, and even the National Reconnaissance Office. Now he's saying the government has been hiding a decades-long operation to recover and study crashed UFOs and their pilots.
How many crash retrieval incidents have there been?
It is double digit. The specific numbers I do know, however, I can't discuss that.
Grusch says this program involves multiple government agencies and private companies, all working together in secret. They'd be recovering both intact alien vehicles and wreckage from crashes. If this is true, it means the government has had proof of extraterrestrial life for a long time, but has kept it all under wraps.
It is a reverse engineering program to garner some kind of insight.
Think about it, intact alien spacecraft. Imagine the technology they could hold. We could learn about advanced propulsion, materials science, and way more than we even know exists. Even the wreckage would be a treasure trove of information about how these crafts work, and it gets even more interesting. Grusch claims defense contractors are involved too. These companies often have the top-notch facilities and expertise needed to analyze and even try to understand how these alien technologies work. It all paints a picture of a joint effort between the military, intelligence agencies, and private companies, all working together to unlock the secrets of extraterrestrial technology. Pretty mind-blowing stuff, right? Okay, so we talked about the bombshell claims that the government might be hiding alien spaceships and even bodies from beyond the stars. But if all that technology is real, what would it mean for us mere Earthlings? Buckle up, because things are about to get even more mind-bending. Imagine spaceships that can cheat the speed of light or even bend gravity itself. That's the kind of stuff whistleblowers like David Grusch are talking about. This could completely redefine space exploration, making it possible to visit distant galaxies in a fraction of the time it takes now. The possibilities for scientific discovery and understanding the universe would be mind-boggling. But it's not just spaceships. The materials used in these crafts could be unlike anything we've ever seen, potentially stronger, lighter, and even able to withstand the inferno of a star. This could revolutionize all sorts of industries, from building lighter and safer airplanes to creating next-generation medical equipment that could withstand extreme environments. Imagine the incredible advancements in fields like transportation, construction, and even everyday consumer goods. Then there's the whole energy question. If aliens have cracked the code on unknown energy sources, like harnessing the free energy from the universe itself, it could be a game changer. We could ditch fossil fuels and switch to clean, renewable energy sources practically overnight. This would not only have a profound impact on the environment, but could also usher in a new era of global cooperation and energy independence. Now, the idea of alien weapons is a bit scary. We wouldn't want any hostile forces getting their hands on super-powered ray guns, right? But there's another side to the coin. If we had advanced defensive technology, it could actually deter potential aggressors and promote peace through superior defensive capabilities. Imagine a world where the threat of large-scale conflict is significantly reduced because no one wants to mess with a civilization wielding unimaginable technology. So, whether these claims are true or not, one thing's for sure: the potential implications are staggering. They could rewrite the course of human history in ways we can't even begin to imagine. It could usher in a new era of scientific discovery, technological advancement, and even global peace. But it's important to remember that these are just hypothetical scenarios based on unconfirmed claims. However, they do serve as a thought-provoking reminder of the vast potential that lies beyond our current understanding of the universe. We delved into the claims of whistleblowers like Bob Lazar and David Grusch, who allege the government is hiding alien spaceships and technology. Now let's zoom in on Lazar's specific story, which is filled with mind-bending ideas and controversy.
I did get a chance to look inside the craft on only one occasion, and this was important because where the reactor sat might have been critical to how it operated.
One of Lazar's central claims is gravity wave propulsion, a concept suggesting these alien spacecraft could manipulate the fabric of space and time itself for movement. Imagine them creating a bubble of warped space, allowing them to travel at phenomenal speeds, perhaps even exceeding the speed of light. Lazar went a step further, elaborating on how this propulsion system supposedly works. He introduced a special element, element 115, which he claimed was the key ingredient. According to him, this element, when stimulated with protons, could generate an incredibly strong gravitational field that could then be harnessed for propulsion. It also allegedly functioned as a limitless energy source for the entire spacecraft. Now here's where things get complicated. Scientists haven't found any evidence to support Lazar's claims. The element he described, element 115, actually exists and is now called moscovium, but it bears no resemblance to what Lazar described. Real moscovium is highly unstable and wouldn't be capable of the feats Lazar attributed to element 115. Adding to the skepticism, scientists have pointed out inconsistencies between Lazar's explanations and established principles of physics and materials science. Additionally, the absence of publicly available proof or demonstrable prototypes of the technology fuels further doubt. Another significant aspect of Lazar's story is the alleged government cover-up. He claims the government went to extraordinary lengths to conceal this extraterrestrial technology, from implementing stringent security clearances to supposedly harassing him after he went public. While some individuals believe him, others point to discrepancies in his background that raise questions about his credibility. So where do we stand? The truth is, we simply don't know. While Lazar's claims are undoubtedly intriguing, the lack of scientific evidence leaves them shrouded in mystery. Decades apart, two names have emerged, Bob Lazar and David Grusch, and their stories share some striking similarities that raise some mind-boggling questions. Let's rewind to the 1980s. Bob Lazar bursts onto the scene, claiming he wasn't just tinkering with gadgets in his garage. He was reverse engineering alien spacecraft at a secret facility near Area 51.
You used to work at Area 51.
Well, we want to be accurate.
Okay.
Area S4.
S4. Okay.
It's about 15 miles south of Area 51.
According to Lazar, these spacecraft defied the laws of physics as we know them, using anti-gravity propulsion fueled by an element unknown to science, which he called Element 115. Fast forward to the present day, and we have David Grusch, a former intelligence officer with a distinguished military background, making waves with his own set of extraordinary claims. Grusch alleges that the US government, through various agencies and in collaboration with defense contractors, has been actively involved in the retrieval and analysis of crashed extraterrestrial vehicles and even biological remains. These crafts, he says, possess technology and materials far surpassing anything humanity has ever seen. If these claims were true, the implications would be nothing short of mind-blowing. It wouldn't just confirm the existence of extraterrestrial life, but also suggest that we've been secretly studying their incredibly advanced technology for decades. Imagine spaceships defying gravity, materials stronger than diamond, and who knows what other scientific breakthroughs waiting to be unlocked. Both Lazar and Grusch paint a picture of a government working tirelessly to keep this information under wraps. They describe a web of secrecy, with stringent security measures, compartmentalized information, and alleged attempts to silence anyone who dares to speak up. Their reasoning: national security concerns and the desire to maintain a technological edge over other countries. Now, it's important to acknowledge that these are extraordinary claims, and extraordinary claims require extraordinary evidence. Lazar's story, while captivating, has been met with skepticism due to the lack of verifiable evidence and inconsistencies in his background. However, he has remained a central figure in UFO enthusiast circles, inspiring countless documentaries and discussions. Grusch, on the other hand, comes with a background in intelligence and the military, which might lend his claims a different level of credibility. However, like Lazar, he faces challenges in providing concrete evidence that can be publicly verified. So what does it all mean? As of now, the truth remains shrouded in mystery. These are just stories, and until something concrete emerges, they'll likely continue to be debated and dissected by believers and skeptics alike. But one thing's for sure: they spark our imaginations and leave us pondering the vast unknown that lies beyond our planet. After all, the universe is a fascinating place, and who knows what secrets it might still hold.
James Webb Space Telescope is tuned to explore and discover galaxies that are being formed in the early universe. Many people don't realize this telescope looked to the edge of the universe, finding galaxies being born, and because it's infrared, it peers through nearby gas clouds. Could there be life there? Any place where there's liquid water, we find teeming with life.
Space continues to be a vast frontier, filled with mysteries and puzzles. Among these mysteries are the exploration of exoplanets. Imagine a world where the skies rain molten glass, sideways, at speeds faster than a jet plane. Now picture another planet, so close to its star it's being ripped apart, its atmosphere slowly devoured. Sounds like science fiction? Well, it's not. Welcome to the terrifyingly real world of exoplanets, where today we're diving deep into the fiery hell of one planet and the doomed fate of another. Prepare to have your mind blown as we journey to these alien worlds, where the laws of physics as we know them are pushed to the extreme. The intriguing exoplanet known as HD 1897-33b, or as I'll call it for now, 33b for short, was discovered orbiting its parent star, located in the constellation Vulpecula, a discovery that significantly broadened our understanding of distant planetary systems. This fascinating find was made by a team led by the French astronomer François Bouchy. The observations that led to the discovery of this planet were conducted using the LED spectrograph, situated at the Observatoire de Haute-Provence in France. Classified as a hot Jupiter, this planet is a type of gas giant that orbits extremely close to its parent star. This proximity results in very high surface temperatures and causes a range of dynamic and extensive atmospheric phenomena, making this planet a subject of great interest among astronomers. The method used to discover this exoplanet was the radial velocity method, which detects slight movements in a star's position, caused by the gravitational tug of an orbiting planet. Discovered in October 2005, this quickly rose to prominence in the astronomical community. What makes this exoplanet particularly special is its transit across the face of its host star from our perspective on Earth. This allows astronomers to perform detailed analyses of its atmosphere through transmission spectroscopy. Such studies have helped make this planet one of the most extensively examined exoplanets to date, providing invaluable insights into the properties and behaviours of atmospheres beyond our solar system. Following what we just explored of 33B's discovery and initial observations, let's delve deeper into the characteristics that make this exoplanet a standout subject in the study of planetary atmospheres. Situated about 64 light-years away in the constellation Vulpecula, this planet is a prime example of the extreme conditions possible on distant gas giants. This planet orbits its host star every 2.2 Earth days, a close proximity that significantly influences its atmospheric behaviour and striking visual appearance. The atmosphere of HD 33b is rich in silicate particles, giving it a deep azure blue colour similar to the Earth when viewed from space. However, any similarity ends there, as the environmental conditions on this planet are far more extreme than anything found on our planet. High temperatures and pressures allow these silicates to condense into clouds that scatter blue light, creating an eerily beautiful celestial view. When it comes to weather, HD 33b is truly a world apart. The planet experiences wind speeds up to 5,400 miles per hour, speeds that surpass any aircraft on Earth and are 7 times the speed of sound. These intense winds carry molten glass, formed from silicates heated by the star's proximity, raining it sideways in a scorching, almost apocalyptic downpour. On the day side, temperatures soar over 1,000 degrees Celsius, capable of vaporizing metals, while even the night side, though cooler, remains harshly hot. This dramatic temperature difference between the day and night sides drives the planet's extreme wind speeds as heat transfers across the planet. Comparing the atmospheric dynamics to Earth, the winds on this hot Jupiter dwarf even the strongest hurricane winds recorded on our planet, such as those from Hurricane Patricia in 2015, which reached about 215 miles per hour. This stark contrast highlights the sheer power of the planet's atmospheric forces. An interesting theory about this planet is the potential influence of its magnetic field. If present, the magnetic field could be channeling particles and shaping atmospheric dynamics in ways we are yet to fully understand. Such a magnetic field might also interact with stellar winds from the host star, possibly stripping away the atmosphere over time or creating spectacular aurora-like phenomena, much more intense than those seen on Earth. HD 33b's regular transits across its host star provide a unique opportunity for astronomers to study its atmosphere in great detail using spectroscopy during these events. These observations have been crucial in providing insights into the atmospheric composition and behavior of the planet, making it one of the best studied hot Jupiters and a key subject in the field of exoplanetary science. Continuing our journey through the fascinating realm of exoplanets, let's explore another remarkable discovery made by astronomers, WASP 12b, but we will once again shorten its name for conversational purposes to just 12b. This planet, found as part of the Wide-Angle Search for Planets WASP project, showcases the extreme conditions that some planets endure due to their close proximity to their host stars. 12b was discovered by a team led by British astronomer Dom Polacco of Queen's University Belfast. Identified as a hot Jupiter, this type of exoplanet is similar in size to Jupiter, but orbits very close to its star, resulting in extremely high surface temperatures. The discovery occurred at the Super WASP North Observatory located in the Canary Islands, Spain. This facility is a critical component of the project, which utilizes the transit method to detect new planets. This method involves observing the slight dimming of a star as a planet passes in front of it, a phenomenon that allows astronomers to infer the presence of a planet. The year 2008 marked the official discovery and subsequent announcement of this planet, with details published in a paper that year. The rapid detection and reporting of this planet underscore the efficiency of the transit photometry method used by the WASP project. 12B's closeness to its host star leads to some of the most extreme conditions observed on any known exoplanet. The intense gravitational pull from the star distorts the planet into an elongated shape, while the high temperatures characterize its harsh environment. This planet serves as a stark reminder of the diverse and often hostile nature of planetary systems beyond our own, providing valuable insights into the dynamic interactions within exoplanetary systems. Located approximately 600 light-years away in the constellation Auriga, 12B, often referred to as a doomed planet, showcases the dramatic effects of intense stellar influence on planetary systems. 12B is a gas giant with a mass about 1.4 times that of Jupiter, yet it has expanded to over 1.9 times Jupiter's radius. This immense size is largely due to the extreme heating from its nearby star, as the planet orbits at a mere 2% of the distance between Earth and the Sun, which is roughly 3.4 million kilometers. Such proximity results in an orbital period of only about 26 hours, making a year on the planet slightly longer than a day on Earth. The atmospheric conditions on the doomed planet are nothing short of hostile. Temperatures soar above 2,500 degrees Celsius, ranking it among the hottest exoplanets discovered. This scorching heat leads to significant atmospheric loss, as it provides enough energy for atmospheric particles to escape the planet's gravitational pull. Moreover, the intense gravitational forces from its star distort it into an elongated or egg-like shape, affecting both its atmospheric and surface dynamics. The situation of 12B closely mirrors the concept of the Roche limit in celestial mechanics. This theoretical limit describes the distance within which a planetary satellite would disintegrate due to the tidal forces exerted by its primary planet. In the case of 12B, it's undergoing a similar catastrophic breakdown, not disintegrating into a ring system like a moon might, but slowly being consumed by its star. An intriguing theory concerning the doomed planet involves the presence of a dense and dark material on its star-facing side, potentially composed of heavier molecules altered by the intense heat and then swept to the star-facing side by dynamic atmospheric winds. This dark material could absorb more light, exacerbating the heating and accelerating the planet's destruction. The fate of 12B offers crucial insights for scientists studying the dynamics of planetary formation and destruction. Observations indicate a significant amount of carbon in its atmosphere, more so than oxygen, suggesting that carbon-rich planets might be more prevalent than previously assumed. This could have implications for our understanding of planetary formation and the types of chemicals that dominate their atmospheres.
Anunnaki and Atlanteans are really, in my opinion, the same exact people. Atlantis is everywhere. We are all standing and sitting on Atlantis at this exact moment. The Ring City, in my opinion, was just one of many capitals on Earth. But my personal opinion is the Anunnaki are the Atlanteans.
Billy Carson, a prominent figure in the realm of alternative history and ancient astronaut theories, has developed a comprehensive narrative about the reasons behind the Anunnaki's visit to Earth. Drawing from ancient texts, mythology, and speculative theories, Carson provides a multifaceted explanation for the Anunnaki's arrival on our planet. So why did they come to planet Earth?
There was an ancient galactic war there. This created something called space refugees.
One of the central themes in the interpretation is the Anunnaki's need for gold. According to these theories, the Anunnaki required gold for their home planet, Nibiru. It is posited that gold had unique properties vital for Nibiru's atmosphere or technological needs. This aligns with Zecharia Sitchin's interpretations of Sumerian texts, suggesting that the Anunnaki used gold to create a protective shield for their planet's atmosphere, reflecting cosmic radiation and stabilizing their environment. Upon discovering Earth, the Anunnaki identified it as a rich source of gold. They established extensive mining operations, primarily in regions like southern Africa, where ancient gold mines have been found.
There was this place in South Africa called Adam's Calendar, where they found the very first gold mines that human beings were working underneath their boot.
The most notable of these ancient mining sites is the Barberton Greenstone Belt. The Barberton Greenstone Belt, located in South Africa, is one of the oldest geological formations on Earth and contains some of the oldest gold mines known to humanity. It dates back approximately 3.5 to 3.2 billion years. This area is famous for its gold deposits, which have been mined for thousands of years. According to the theories, the Anunnaki established their mining operations in this region due to its rich gold reserves. The mines in this area, such as those found in Mpumalanga, are believed to have been used by ancient civilizations, possibly influenced by the Anunnaki.
Now, what's interesting about these aliens is that they're not little green men with antennae. They look just like us.
An example of these ancient mines is the Ngwenya mine, located in Swaziland, which is considered one of the world's oldest mines. Archaeological evidence suggests that mining activities at Ngwenya date back more than 43,000 years. Theorists propose that such ancient mining sites may have been part of the Anunnaki's extensive network of gold extraction operations. Initially, the Anunnaki themselves conducted the mining work. These beings, according to the theories, possessed advanced technology and physical capabilities that allowed them to undertake the arduous task of gold mining. However, despite their advanced abilities, the laborious and hazardous nature of the mining process soon became a significant challenge. The harsh conditions and intensive labor required for gold extraction prompted the Anunnaki to seek alternative solutions to sustain their operations. Faced with the need to alleviate the demanding physical labor, the Anunnaki explored several alternatives before resorting to the creation of a new labor force through genetic engineering. These alternatives included automated machines and tools. The Anunnaki might have initially utilized advanced machinery designed to perform mining tasks. These machines, though efficient, may have required constant maintenance and lacked the adaptability needed for varied mining conditions. Another possibility is that the Anunnaki might have employed workers from other planets or even their own ranks. However, the sheer scale and prolonged nature of the mining operations could have rendered this approach unsustainable. Before creating modern humans, the Anunnaki might have experimented with other native species on Earth to enhance their abilities for labor. These experiments might have led to the creation of various hybrid beings mentioned in ancient myths and legends. Ultimately, the Anunnaki decided to create a new species that could effectively handle the labor-intensive mining operations. This decision led to what is known as the Adamu experiment, where the Anunnaki combined their DNA with that of early hominids to produce a hybrid species, Homo sapiens.
We actually look like them.
Okay.
And the reason why is because we have their genetics and their DNA inside of our bodies.
The primary reason for genetically modifying humans was to create a labor force capable of performing the strenuous and repetitive tasks required for mining gold. The Anunnaki sought a species that was intelligent enough to follow complex instructions, but still docile and subservient. By blending their DNA with that of early hominids, the Anunnaki aimed to produce beings who possessed the physical endurance and adaptability of Earth's native species, combined with the intelligence and technological proficiency of the Anunnaki. The Adamu experiment involved the creation of the first humans, Adam and Eve, as laborers. This concept parallels the biblical creation story, but with an extraterrestrial twist. The term Adamu is used in Sumerian texts to refer to the first man, created by the god Enki and the goddess Ninhursag. These deities, interpreted as Anunnaki scientists, conducted a series of genetic experiments to develop a suitable human workforce. The initial experiments by the Anunnaki focused on combining their own DNA with that of various indigenous species on Earth. These early attempts resulted in numerous failures and partial successes, producing beings that either lacked the necessary intelligence, physical capabilities, or docility required for effective labor. The Anunnaki had specific requirements for their workforce. They needed the beings to be intelligent enough to understand and carry out complex instructions. Mining for gold was labor-intensive and required significant physical strength and stamina, so physical endurance was a must. The new species needed to be adaptable to various environmental conditions and able to learn and develop new skills as needed. To ensure a sustainable workforce, the beings needed to reproduce naturally, eliminating the need for the Anunnaki to continuously create new workers. While intelligence and adaptability were crucial, it was equally important that the beings remain subservient and manageable to prevent rebellion or resistance. Through a meticulous process of trial and error, the Anunnaki scientists, Enki and Ninhursag, eventually created the first successful prototypes of modern humans. By splicing Anunnaki DNA with that of early hominids, the scientists were able to introduce advanced cognitive abilities and enhanced physical traits. This genetic intervention was aimed at elevating the primitive hominids' capabilities to meet the labor demands. Once the new humans, referred to as Adamu, were created, they underwent training to learn the specific tasks required in mining and other labor-intensive activities. This ensured that they could perform their duties efficiently. Additionally, the Anunnaki scientists carefully integrated traits that promoted loyalty and subservience. This was done to ensure that the humans remained compliant and did not challenge the authority of their creators. The narrative about the Anunnaki posits that these ancient extraterrestrial beings created humans for the purpose of mining gold, a resource they needed for their home planet, Nibiru. This raises intriguing questions about the long-term implications for humanity and whether the Anunnaki might return to collect the gold. According to the interpretation, the Anunnaki might have decided that it was more efficient to let humans mine gold slowly over thousands of years, rather than attempting to extract it rapidly, even with their advanced technology. This theory could be based on several factors. First, even with advanced technology, the sheer volume of gold embedded in the Earth's crust may have made rapid extraction impractical. The process of mining gold is labor-intensive and time-consuming, involving complex geological formations that even the Anunnaki might have found challenging to exploit quickly. By creating humans and providing them with the necessary skills and knowledge to mine gold, the Anunnaki ensured a self-sustaining system. Humans, driven by their own economic and cultural incentives, would continue to mine gold, gradually accumulating the resource without the need for continuous intervention from the Anunnaki. Additionally, the Anunnaki might have envisioned a long-term strategy where gold is slowly accumulated over millennia. This approach would ensure a steady supply of gold, allowing the Anunnaki to return periodically to collect the amassed reserves without having to manage daily operations. Another intriguing theory is that world nations could be secretly collecting gold from their citizens to give it to the Anunnaki. Governments around the world hold significant gold reserves, often under the guise of financial stability and economic security. These reserves are collected through various means, including gold taxes, purchasing programs, and confiscation during times of crisis. According to this theory, there might be clandestine agreements between world leaders and the Anunnaki. These agreements would stipulate that a portion of the gold reserves be set aside for the Anunnaki, who periodically visit Earth to collect their share. The theory could draw on historical events where governments have seized gold from their citizens, such as the United States Executive Order 6102 in 1933, which required citizens to turn in their gold. Such events could be interpreted as part of a broader, long-term plan to gather gold for the Anunnaki. The global financial system, with its emphasis on gold as a stable asset, might be part of a grand design to ensure that sufficient quantities of gold are available for the Anunnaki. Central banks and financial institutions could be complicit in this secret agenda, managing the flow of gold to meet extraterrestrial demands. The idea that Earth could be a cosmic prison is not merely science fiction. It's a hypothesis that tickles the edges of philosophy, ethics, and our understanding of advanced civilizations. To fully appreciate this concept, we must question our place in the universe and examine our nature and limitations. Imagine a universe filled with civilizations so advanced that they have not only mastered space travel, but also ethical dilemmas and social structures on a cosmic scale. These civilizations could conceivably create a prison for those deemed dangerous or undesirable. Earth, in this context, could be one such prison. What would make Earth a perfect prison? Its isolation in space, the limitations of human biology, and the barriers to interstellar travel could all be carefully engineered constraints. Our environment sustains us, but also contains us. Diseases, natural disasters, and the vastness of space could all be mechanisms that keep us in check. The imprisonment might not just be physical. Limitations on our intellectual growth and spiritual understanding could also be part of this cosmic incarceration. This aspect of the theory suggests that our understanding of the universe is intentionally limited, keeping us from uncovering the true nature of our existence. Understanding why humans might be imprisoned requires a philosophical leap. Were we once part of an advanced civilization that fell from grace? Are we being quarantined for the protection of other beings? Or perhaps we are an experiment observed for some unknown purpose. Subtle hints or artifacts could be hidden within our planet or even within our DNA, waiting to be discovered. These might be clues left by our cosmic jailers, messages or warnings to guide or control our development. The concept of the panopticon was first brought to light by the philosopher Jeremy Bentham in the late 18th century. A panopticon is a circular prison where inmates are under constant surveillance from a central watchtower, yet they can't see when they are being watched. This unique design was intended to control behavior through the fear of constant observation. Applying this idea to the entire universe, or our place in it, offers an intriguing lens through which to explore the notion of Earth as an alien prison. If Earth were a prison, the panopticon model suggests that there might be constant surveillance from a cosmic standpoint. Unlike a physical watchtower, this cosmic panopticon might employ advanced technologies or even metaphysical mechanisms that we can't comprehend. The watchful eyes of a higher civilization could be monitoring our every move, every thought, even our spiritual evolution. The most potent effect of a panopticon is the psychological control it exerts. Inmates, unsure of when they are being watched, regulate their own behavior as though they are always under observation. If we extrapolate this concept to a cosmic level, it could mean that our very thoughts, behaviors, and cultural development are being shaped or limited by unseen observers. The mysteries of human consciousness and our search for meaning might be influenced by this invisible presence. A panopticon on a cosmic scale could imply not only psychological but technological control. Limitations on our scientific advancements could be deliberately engineered to keep us confined to Earth. Every time humanity approaches a breakthrough that might lead to interstellar travel or deeper understanding of the universe, unseen forces could subtly guide us away or create barriers to our progress. Who would be the watchers in this cosmic panopticon? Are they gods, aliens, or something beyond our understanding? Are they benevolent, guiding us toward enlightenment at a pace we can handle? Or are they malevolent, suppressing us for reasons we can't fathom? Subtle clues to the existence of a cosmic panopticon might exist in ancient texts, mysterious phenomena, or even within our own psychology. The universal religious themes of omniscient deities, spiritual tests, and cosmic judgment may not be mere products of human imagination, but echoes of a grander truth. As we look at the history of human civilization, we can see an astounding progression of technological and social achievements. However, it's also possible to identify certain constraints or barriers that seem to hinder our advancement. Could these limitations be part of a designed system to contain humanity within a specific framework? In exploring the Earth as a prison hypothesis, we must examine these constraints and consider whether they may be deliberate manipulations by an external force. From fire to the wheel, from steam power to quantum computing, our technological advancements have been rapid and significant, yet there remain specific challenges and barriers that seem to elude us. The lack of significant progress in areas like fusion energy, faster than light travel, or even fully understanding our own brains raises questions. Are we hitting our natural limits, or is there a force preventing us from making these groundbreaking discoveries? Historically, we've seen the rise and fall of empires, revolutions, and reforms, yet many of the fundamental structures and inequalities persist. Despite our advancements in philosophy, politics, and social sciences, we continue to grapple with recurring issues like poverty, war, and injustice. Could these recurring patterns be engineered to maintain a status quo, keeping us occupied with earthly matters and preventing us from looking beyond our planet? Our dependence on Earth's natural resources binds us to this planet. We rely on fossil fuels, minerals, water, and the delicate balance of our ecosystem. Even our most advanced space technologies are limited by these earthly dependencies. Is this a natural result of evolution, or could it be a designed constraint to keep us tethered to Earth? Our own minds might be our greatest constraint. Fear of the unknown, skepticism towards new ideas, conflicts between science and faith. All these psychological factors can limit our pursuit of knowledge and understanding. This mental confinement might be a deliberate aspect of our supposed prison, ensuring we don't break free from our established paradigms. If these constraints are indeed part of a grand design, who or what is responsible? Alien overseers with advanced technologies could subtly manipulate our progress. Alternatively, cosmic laws or forces beyond our understanding might naturally enforce these limitations. The idea that Earth might be a prison for humanity isn't a purely modern concept. Throughout history, various myths, legends, and religious texts have alluded to ideas that resonate with this hypothesis. These ancient narratives, spread across different cultures and epochs, might hold hidden clues that lend credence to the theory that our world is a containment facility overseen by otherworldly beings. In ancient Sumerian texts, the Anunnaki were a group of deities who were said to have created and controlled humanity. Some interpretations of these texts suggest that the Anunnaki might have used humans for labor, creating a system that restricted human freedom and kept them confined to specific roles and locations. Greek mythology tells the tale of Prometheus, who stole fire from the gods to give to humanity. His punishment, being chained to a rock, could be seen as a symbolic representation of humanity's confinement to Earth, restricted by greater cosmic forces. In Hindu mythology, Lord Shiva performs the cosmic dance that controls the universe's destruction and creation. This cyclical nature of existence, where destruction leads to rebirth, might symbolize the perpetual constraints that keep humanity confined within specific bounds, unable to escape a predefined cycle. Many Native American tribes speak of Spider-Woman who wove the web of existence. This web could be seen as a metaphor for the interconnected but restricted reality that humans find themselves in, with the strands representing the unseen barriers that keep us in place. Even in contemporary times, stories of UFO sightings and alien abductions often contain themes of control, manipulation, and containment. These modern myths might reflect a subconscious awareness of our confinement, expressed through the lens of science fiction and popular culture. The recurring theme of confinement, control, and restriction across various myths and legends worldwide might be more than mere coincidence. These stories could be echoes of a profound truth hidden in our collective unconscious, pointing towards our existence within a controlled and confined space. The Fermi Paradox presents one of the most intriguing questions in the field of astrobiology. With an estimated 100 billion galaxies in the observable universe, each containing billions of stars and even more planets, why haven't we detected any signs of extraterrestrial intelligence? Could this apparent silence in the cosmos be related to the idea that Earth is an alien prison, and if so, how? One explanation for this paradox is the concept of the Great Filter, a hypothetical barrier that prevents civilizations from reaching a certain level of technological advancement. Could this barrier be part of a containment strategy to isolate intelligent species, including humans, from each other? Another intriguing explanation is the zoo hypothesis, suggesting that extraterrestrial civilizations are deliberately avoiding contact with us. This could align with the Earth as a prison theory, where alien overseers maintain our isolation to prevent us from interfering with other parts of the cosmic prison system. The possibility that advanced civilizations inevitably self-destruct before reaching a level of technological maturity to explore the cosmos is a somber explanation for the Fermi Paradox. If Earth is a prison, this self-destruction could be a designed outcome, ensuring that inmates never advance enough to escape or pose a threat. Our inability to detect extraterrestrial signals might also be a matter of technology. If alien civilizations use advanced communication methods beyond our comprehension, we wouldn't be able to detect them. In the context of the prison hypothesis, this could be a security measure to keep the communication of the jailers beyond the understanding of the prisoners. Some proponents of the Earth as a prison theory take the argument a step further by suggesting that the entire observable universe is designed in such a way to make us believe we are alone. This crafted illusion could be part of a complex containment strategy, reinforcing our isolation.